Hi everyone. My name is Astro Jojo, and I want to explain a little bit about astrology so that we have a better understanding of how it affects each and every person differently. Yes, the universe has an effect on everyone. Um, Not everyone has a great reaction. Sometimes people have a really good reaction to the waves of the cosmic weather. So, the best way to really explain this is you have to start with the natal chart. Okay. So, I'll show you. This is my natal chart. Okay. So, what you're seeing right now is, hold on. Make sure I don't share too much information. Okay, so here you go. Natal chart. So what you're seeing is when I was born back in 1989 at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this is kind of what was going on. Not kind of, this is exactly what was going on in the sky. So you had these four planets: Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and the vertex, which is kind of like your luck. It's the things that make you lucky. We're all lining up with the sun, um, Venus, and Mercury in Aries. So why is that important? What does that mean at all? What that tells an astrologer is I can basically say to someone, okay, you have the capacity to accomplish many things by being such a heavy Capricorn, but because your Sun, your Venus, and Mercury are all in Aries, you're probably going to be a bit aggressive about getting things done, meaning you're probably pretty impatient. Yeah, that's true. I am hyper impatient and I love to get things done. I usually have like 6 or 7 or 10 projects happening at the same time. And when I get slowed down by people not emailing me or not answering calls or just not giving clear information, I get super annoyed. That's because I'm an Aries and because most of my action planets are in Capricorn. Capricorn is all about getting things done. It's the month just after December, so kind of it's the beginning and the end of really of winter, and we ought to be kind of digging the dirt and preparing for the spring. So Capricorns tend to be that sort of person. I need to get ready. I need to be doing things. Um, it's just seasonally the effects of each month, and we've used these archetypes like Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio. There's no good or bad about them. It's really comes down to kind of this very classical vision of how we should interpret each person based on the time of the year that they were born. It's unquestionable that someone born in the summer as a baby is going to have, maybe different allergies to plants and animals, different effects from heat and cold than a baby that was born in the winter who probably was inside instead of being outside because it's too cold. All of these things create scenarios for our personality, and we can see these in astrology. That's what makes astrology so Cool. It's really not that hard to figure out. You can learn how to read charts very easily. I can teach people how to read charts. Um, what I wanted to kind of show that I think is really cool is if I compare my natal chart, which you just saw, which is very Capricorn focused and Aries focused, compared to literally today, right? So this is today, right now. Um, as you can see, Capricorn, we just have the planet of Pluto in Capricorn, which is really strong energy. But for me, it's kind of, I can't get as much done as I would like. I have to be more patient because there's not a lot of planets in Capricorn right now. If we look at Aries, right? Here's Aries. These signs in Aries in astrology, the K looking thing, that is Chiron, and the N looking thing is called Rahu. These are, we could basically call them challenge aspects. So if you were looking down a hallway, right, and you kind of turn your attention to one side or the other, you might see a door, you might see a window. Um, but based on the current astrology, which I'm showing you, of Chiron and Rahu in Aries, is basically looking down the hallway and only seeing the wall in front of you and not seeing the fact that there's 15 other hallways to go down. So for me, right now, it's a bit of a difficult time. I could blanket over and say, okay, yes, there's a lot of frustration in the air, linked to Venus in Libra, meaning there is a balancing between partnerships. This is probably true for a few people. Um, Overall, it really depends on where your Venus is placed. My Venus, as you saw, was placed in Capricorn. So the fact that it is now in Libra, it's kind of neutral. There's really no effect for me. It doesn't really bother me. Me and my partner, we're doing just fine. But as I said, because of the natal positioning and what's going on in Aries right now, it's really hard for me to see where I'm going. And so this is really astrology, is looking at the natal chart and comparing it to the present. We have a whole nother system called Vimshatori, which will show you the patterns of, basically star light. I think everything's based on light. Our sun, it's not the only sun. Our moon is not the only moon around Earth. There's tons of planets, call them planets, all over. So I think science is a little bit behind on giving us all the information. There's huge asteroids within the Earth's orbit. Chiron is one of them. There's another new planet, call it a moon, that's going to be entering our solar system very shortly. I'm going to leave in the comment section the science research on that and the asteroids that are currently circling the Earth. Basically, I mean, think about a room. If you're in an empty room, your mind is bouncing off of the wall. There's nothing to there's too much to think about and nothing to catch your attention. But if you put a person in a room with, a box of crayons, a television, some Legos, a nice colored carpet. Now the brain can look at things and start making, kind of call them qualified ideas about, ooh, I can build something with Legos. I could watch TV. That's relaxing. That carpet looks really comfortable. So that's why I think having an astrologer is really important, because if you're just sitting there kind of allowing your brain to bounce off of nothing, that's what's going to happen. You're going to feel frustrated and not understand that in this current moment it might not be the best moment to get things done. As you saw for me, because I've read my astrology just now, showed it to you, I cannot see exactly what is ahead of me. So I have to take that advice for myself and just relax and say, okay, this is what's going on right now. I don't see the full picture. That's going to change soon. And then I'll read my astrology again. And this way I can feel more comfortable about what's going on in my life. So astrology is open and available for everyone, just like I explained it. It's the room either empty or the room with some things to keep you occupied. And we're living in a really hyper situation in the world where we should keep our minds occupied, um, either with future prospects, current projects, number one, most important, and sustainability. What are we going to do to sustain our current situation? So this is what I want to share. I think it's really easy and clear to understand. Feel free to ask any questions. And if you're looking for an astrologer that can help you understand the movements in your current life, that's what I'm here for. This is Astro Jojo. I've been studying astrology for over 15 years. Pretty sure I know what I'm talking about. Kind of a funny guy, kind of cool. I'm not going to give you great news all the time, but I'm going to help you understand what to do in those situations. For me, I should exercise. I should go for a walk. I should stay busy, watch some cartoons, wait for things to happen. For you, I can help you. I'm here to help you. I hope you tune in, and this was fun. I hope astrology is easier now than it was before. Astro Jojo. Bye bye.